very far distance, and we want to thank you for coming and sharing in this day. I have never wanted to do this, ever, in my life. And when Katie and Brandon came and asked me to officiate the wedding, of course. So I'm a little nervous and obviously emotional. I am honored to be the one who is uniting them in marriage, but I'm also very thankful that I'm finally going to have someone in my family who has a sense of humor. Oh, this is going to make it even better. And now you'll see me shake. Today we're here to witness the marriage of Katie and Brandon. So, who gives this woman to this man? I would like for just one moment for Katie and Brandon to turn around and face you all that came so far to spend this day with us. I would like you, at this time, if you wanted to take a picture or something like that, go for it, but we're just going to take a moment so we can all kind of relax and gather ourselves. We have all come together. I don't know how to hold this. Sorry. We're going to take a pause. We have all come together to take part in the joining of these two lives. For them, out of the routine of ordinary life, something extraordinary has happened. They met each other, they fell in love, and today, standing before us and God, they're dedicating their lives to one another. Over the past few months, I have spent a lot of time thinking, praying, worrying, and Googling on what I say during these precious moments. And all I kept coming up with was love. Love is the reason we're standing here today. Love is self-sacrificing. It is putting the needs of the other person before your own needs. It is saying, let me do for you before I do for myself. It is saying, I will lift you up from the place you're in so that we can rise together. Love is in the everyday moments when you want to think about yourself instead of considering the others. There is no me in love. There is no my wants or my needs. Love does not reside in that space. Love is you and then me. Love is giving and then receiving. Love is making sure that I have poured myself into you to make sure you are whole and satisfied. Love is sacrifice. It's sacrificing self and self-needs for the union of two. There will never be an equal amount of love given or received at the same time. You will always be unequal in love given and received from one another. There is no 50-50 love. Some days it's 30-70 love. Some days you will have to give more love than you receive. But a marriage of equality is when you say, it's okay that I'm only receiving 30% today, because maybe tomorrow I can only give 30%. Love is the foundation of all things, and it is from love that all things grow. When you come with a humble heart and a mind open to receiving love, you will be equipped to release what you have been given. Marriage is a glass that is filled by each party. You both contribute to making that glass full. As long as you, Brandon, commit to filling your part of the glass with Katie, then you will always keep her fulfilled in love. And Katie, as long as you commit to filling your part of the glass, you will always keep Brandon fulfilled in love. Love is a feeling, but it is a feeling we have after we have made the decision to receive. Every kind of love we feel is because we have agreed to it. We've accepted it. The love of friendship happens because you have allowed that friendship to bloom and grow. The love between siblings happens because you've allowed that to bloom and grow. So every day, you have a decision to make. Am I going to make the decision to love today? Am I going to allow my heart to receive the love that I'm getting from my spouse? You have the ability to control how your relationship grows, and it is based on your ability to receive love and to give love. Remember that we love because He first loved us. At this time, Brandon and Katie have decided to write their own vows and express their love for each other in that way. So we're going to begin with you, Brandon. Here you go.
Hi everyone, welcome. Please excuse me, my handwriting's not that great, so I'm going to try to read this as best I can. As I read this, I'm hoping I'm hoping that Katie has already cried before me. We had a bet going. I won that she cried first. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. I'm also glad that I finally got to see her in her dress and see how beautiful she looks today, standing in front of me. No. So, I always knew that she would be the one that I would get to marry. Our first date, it was a little unusual to say the least. We started off meeting up at my favorite comic book store. When she, we didn't even know it was a date. She came and met me. I was giving her a rundown of my favorite superhero. The date ended with us in the back of a cop car. But don't worry, it's not what you think. They were giving us a ride to a train station. After being away from her in Puerto Rico, I constantly talked to her every day. And every day I felt, she was the one. I knew. Every day I felt, a more vulnerable side to her hard exterior, a softer side. I realized that I was the one that became softer. More vulnerable me. One who wanted to dedicate everything to her. I felt, I didn't cry like this when I wrote these, so. I never felt this way with anyone else besides her. I wanted to know everything about her, find out what made her laugh, what caused her to snort, what made her tick, cry, what made her interesting to be around. I loved her caring side, her tough mama bear attitude, the coutriness to her nerdy outlook, her style, laugh, her powerfulness. So please excuse me because I'm sure half of these words don't even exist. I'm just throwing words out there. That's true love right there. Our children have the most amazing parents that, never exist. Good aunt too, especially a mother. God and life has thrown many obstacles our way in both our lives. Came out on top of both of them, so, got through everything, got through all this planning, all the stress. I have to give it to Katie. I don't know how she got through all this with not only the stress of the wedding, just with me and the dogs. I give it to her because, when the dogs drive me crazy, she always is the one to calm me down before I throw them out the house. Well, I'll tell you, she's a strong one. I don't know how she did all this. I try to help as much as I can with the planning, but hey, I'm not the greatest helper. I mess things up at the time, and it's not always perfect the way she wants it. So I hope that I didn't ramble on too much or make this too short. After this, I even just winged. I'm shaking too much, can't even read it. I'll end it with this. People constantly remind me of how, the mistakes I make in life. I can tell you one thing. The best decision was actually to marry me. Best decision was actually to marry me. You're my wife. Or will be my wife. I love you.
I'm a horrible public speaker, so this will be great. Please forgive me if this gets sappy. Yeah, it's on my phone. Actually, someone else's phone. On the phone. I figured my normal sarcasm needed to take a backseat today. People always wonder why they were put on the earth. Brandon, if you ever question your reason for being, I can answer it for you in one word. You were put on this earth for me. When we met, you were shy, and all I could think about was that I wanted to help you break out of your shell. In all actuality, you help me every day more than you know. You are the one person who can calm the storm that brews in me on a regular basis. You have proved to me that someone can love me not only at my best, but also when I'm at my worst. Because of that, I no longer feel the pressure to be perfect for anyone else. When we first got engaged, I started writing down all the reasons that I love you. And I realized that a large amount of them turned out to be how you made me feel about myself. You make me feel beautiful, intelligent, unique, and most importantly, loved. I only hope that I can keep you happy and become the wife you deserve as each day passes. You have found a way to make my family and friends yours, and did it simply because you know how important they are to me. Believe me, they love you as much as I do. Sometimes they might love you more than they love me. You care deeply about everyone you come into contact with, and it pushes me to be a better person. To be honest, when you first mentioned marriage, all my internal warnings went off, and I tried to come up with reasons why we weren't ready. But inside, I knew I wouldn't want to spend my life standing beside anyone else. Our lives have started to become one without even noticing it. I am so glad that today we are taking the step to share our love not only with each other, but those of us who have come to mean so much to both of us. A love I know we will pass off to our children. I am very lucky that I will get to watch you go from an amazing man to an amazing father. I do not think there will be any children who will be more loved and desired than the ones we will bring into this world, and I'm sure they'll be curly-haired crazies, but I will enjoy each day of watching you run around chasing after them. Today I promise to love you on days when I don't always like you. I will think less of what I want and more about what you want. I will support and respect you. I will laugh with you, not at you. I will stand by your side. I will love growing old with you and love you when you grow old.
Brandon and Katie, I would ask that you always treat yourself and each other with respect, and remind yourselves often of what has brought you together today. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your marriage deserves. When frustration and difficulty come against your marriage, as they do to every relationship at one time or another, focus on what still seems right between you, not on the parts that seem wrong. This way, when clouds of trouble hide the sun in your lives, and you lose sight of it for just a moment, you can remember that the sun is still there. And if each of you will take responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and happiness. Brandon Benno de Leon, do you take Catherine Ann Cannon to be your wife? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others and holding only unto her forevermore? Catherine Ann Cannon, do you take Brandon Benno de Leon to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking others and holding only unto him forevermore. The ring is a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Many years ago, the wedding ring was worn on our index finger, but that custom was changed to our ring fingers because the ring finger has a vein that leads directly to your heart. Your ring not only is a symbol of love, but also of commitment. Commitment to one another, commitment to the family that you will build, and it's also a commitment to God. When you place your ring on the other's finger, take a moment to freeze this moment in your mind, and then recall this moment over and over again. Remember how you feel standing here, committing your life to one another. I pray that these rings will always remind you of this very moment and will be a symbol of your love for one another. I, Brandon, take you, Katie, to be my wife, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, in joy and sorrow, and I promise my love to you. And with this ring, I take you as my wife for as long as we both shall live. For as long as we both shall live. I, Katie, take you, Brandon, to be my husband, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, in joy and sorrow, and I promise my love to you. And with this ring, I take you as my husband, for as long as we both shall live. In marriage, the little things are big things. It is never being told to hold hands. It is remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. It's standing together and facing the world as a team. It's speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It's having the capacity to forgive and forget. It's giving each other an atmosphere for which each can grow. It is a common search for the good and the beauty in each other, but also in your daily lives. It is not only marrying the right person, it is being the right partner. To make your relationship work will take love. This is the core of your marriage and why you're here today. It will take trust to know that in your heart you truly want what's best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open with one another and to learn and grow together. It will take faith to go forward together without knowing exactly what the future holds. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you both have pledged here today. At this time, I would like us to do a prayer, and I would like for your parents and for your parents